Hi, I'm Jeannie Wisniewski, and I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to look at kind of what we've been talking about in the last 2 weeks. We were talking about building a better brain through school lunches and injury. And so we're going to put those two together, and we're going to talk about brain injuries or concussions. So, we're kind of in the throe of football season, and your kids are back to school and sports, you're the weekend warrior, you might even have a job where you might be at high risk, whether you are a first responder or in construction, something that might expose you to impact. So if you are any of those things, this is your week to listen how we can prevent concussions and how we can speed the recovery of concussions. So first and foremost, if you are at risk, you or your children, I recommend that everyone get a baseline test for concussions, and that is just a measurement of your memory and coordination and cognition so that you see where you are, under normal circumstances. And your doctor can administer that. And a lot of schools will require it now, but then if you believe there may be a concussion, you do that exact same test and you will see a dramatic drop if there is a concussion. And then if there isn't, then it's just a cleaner way to diagnose it. And again, if you're at high risk, I highly recommend getting a baseline test so you have something to compare it to. That being said, protection for concussions are wear the protective equipment, wear helmets. Even if you're bike riding, you're an adult, wear the helmet, protect your head. And so it's the only head you get. Foods, nutrition that we can do to help prevent concussion. So lots of research has been done with omega-3 fatty acids, so fish oil. And specifically, it's the EPA and DHA in fish oil that this research has been done with. There is a specific study, I'll include the link with this posting, and it is called Neuroprotection for the Warrior. And that just did amazing work, and Dr. Lewis wrote, generally recognized as safe amounts of EPA and DHA, about 3,000 milligrams daily, should be considered for the athlete and soldier, not only for general health benefits, but particularly also for those at risk or high exposure to brain impact. So this study really looked at preventative by already dosing high amounts of the fish oil for those at risk, the athletes and soldiers. So a lot of this research was actually done with our military, and how they fared better when they did have these impacts, that they had no concussion, they had a lesser concussion, or they had a quicker recovery. So that being said, fish oil is great. Fish oil is great for your brain health. Fish oil is great for your heart health. Fish oil is great for joint health. Fish oil is great for inflammation. It's great for a lot of different things. However, we are all bio-individuals, and before you start using supplements willy-nilly, work with a healthcare practitioner, work with an NTP, work with someone, because fish oil is a natural blood thinner. So depending on your bio-individuality or your health issues that you already have, it may not be the choice for you. If your child has a concussion, or if you believe you are concussed, before you take fish oil, you need to see a healthcare practitioner and make sure that there is no bleeding on the brain. If there is any incident of bleeding, you do not want to take high doses of fish oil, as that will cause the bleeding to be worse. So just putting that out there. Be careful when you're using supplements. Work with someone who knows what they're doing. All right, another thing that you can use, both pre-concussion and after you've been diagnosed with a concussion, is turmeric. So turmeric is just a beautiful golden spice. The activating or the anti-inflammatory property of turmeric is curcumin, and that is just a great antioxidant, great for decreasing inflammation. So incorporating turmeric into your diet before you ever have a concussion can help lessen the concussion and speed the recovery. If you notice, I've put the turmeric egg scramble recipe on the website, so you guys can go look at that. The rest of the week, we'll be putting other recipes up that will incorporate things that you can be eating daily now that can help either lessen the effect of a concussion or speed the recovery. So that being said, if you supplement or even cook with turmeric, make sure you add black pepper. The curcumin is really hard for your body to absorb unless black pepper is present. So whatever recipe you're incorporating that into, whether that be the egg scramble or soups or sauces or golden milk or golden tea, black pepper should be incorporated so that you can absorb it. There are specific supplements of curcumin that are absorbable, so they've been emulsified and done so that you can absorb them. Attached to this, we will have a list of things, or you can message me and I will give you a list of different supplements that I recommend that I know are, not all supplements are created equal, right? So we want to make sure if we're going to have supplements, we want to make sure they're bioavailable and that they're of good quality. So I can give you a list of those things. And again, you're going to work with someone who knows and understands your bio-individuality so that you make really good choices if you're going to choose to supplement. Another thing you can look at are lion's mane mushrooms. Lion's mane mushrooms have been used for centuries. They've traditionally been used for cognition and memory improvement. Research has been done with the lion's mane mushroom, and this is with human cells in vitro, so in a test tube or a petri dish, and they actually induce the growth of nerve growth factor. So lion's mane mushrooms are believed to help with the recovery in a concussion. Another recent study that has been done is supplementing with creatine. This was done with children ages 1 to 18 and first administered within 4 hours of the concussion and then daily thereafter. And children who were hospitalized spent less time in the hospital, and the children who were supplemented with the creatine had better recovery on memory, mood, cognition, and coordination. The amount for the child was 0.4 grams per kilogram of body weight. So we can look at that. And I know a lot of people hear creatine and they think, bodybuilding and this is some kind of steroid. And it's not. Creatine is, your body naturally produces creatine. It helps cells produce energy, so ATP. So when you think about your brain is only about 2% of your total body weight. However, it uses about 20% of your total body energy. So that's where the hypothesis of using the creatine to help recover a concussion, and this study seems to indicate that that is helpful. Another thing is just antioxidant food in general, and so green tea, saffron tea, all antioxidants are great for helping inflammation. Your brain is inflamed during a concussion, so incorporating those things in, and I'll include my favorite tea that actually has the saffron and the green tea put together. 2 to 4 cups a day. If you are experiencing a concussion, 1 to 2 cups a day pre-concussion. My hope for all of you is that you never have to experience a concussion. However, if you do, there are natural methods that can help you recover more quickly and have less side effects with it. One more thing to consider is when we talked last week with Donna about injury recovery, she had mentioned the Arnica montana, which we talked about as a gel or a cream to help reduce inflammation, reduce bruising. It also comes in a pellet form, so as a homeopathy remedy for concussion, Arnica montana is one of your choices. Again, work with a healthcare practitioner who can help you dose that properly, but it is something that many people believe help with the recovery time of a concussion. Keep watching the Facebook page and the Instagram for all the different things and different recipes that we're going to put on for the rest of the week. And if you have any questions, message me. And I look forward to seeing you again next week, and we're going to talk about cold and flu season. See you then.